All right, so these beautiful glowing bold colors that you see here, these are what we're using, guys. Just wanted to showcase the glow for you real quick. This is just a fun mold I made because I got bored. It's what I do. Hi guys, so this is going to be a quick video just how to apply the knuckle handles. I'm going to use one of my own knuckle molds here, and I'm going to show you how I make them. I make them with UV resin because they're quick, they're snappy, they're in, they're out, and then stick them on a cup and 2 coats of epoxy, and usually I'm done unless we have some sort of meltdown. So what I'm going to be using here are neon colors. My latest craze has been neon bright, and so we are gonna roll with that whole theme through with our handle, except I'm gonna make it glow in the dark. So we are going to make a knuckle, the non-pointed kind, that's gonna be colored like the cup, like the pen, and the handle is going to glow in the dark. So this might be a slightly advanced knuckle handle to do, but you're learning the hard way, so the easy ones should be PUD. So got my glitters from theglitterranch.com, and it's the Sassy Carnival, and if you use promo code SASSY10, SASSY10, you will get 10% off your entire order, and these neons are to die for. I personally mix them up with some of my favorite other bright colors when I get any glitter to just kind of make it my own, but Becky down there, she does great work, so her link will be in the description down below along with the promo code if you need it. I'm also coming ready with my UV resin. In this instance, it's Decorum, DECORROM, and then I am also coming with a black light, a UV light by Dulex. The link for that will also be posted in the description. Aside from that, I got some glow pigments and some glitter, and we are just gonna get to going. Super glue, a little bit of super glue. You might want it. All right, so I'm gonna move you up so you can see a little bit better what I've got going on, and we'll keep going. Ready, set, go. Okay, we're going. I've got my 6 glitters, and I'm going to show you here what the pigments look like in the knuckles. This is a purple glow. These are the colors we're going to be using. We're going to be mixing all those glows in with the standard colored glitters. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down just a base coat of UV resin, clear, and I'm going to cure it. I'm not putting anything in this base coat. I just want a clear layer on either side of my knuckle. You want to level it out. You want to make sure it's all smooth. You want to make sure your air bubbles and everything is out. If so, hit it with your light. If you have your resin smoking, you're holding your light in one place for too long and you're cooking your resin too fast. Keep your light moving, and if you're having a hard time with the curing process, turn any other lights off you may have so that they don't dilute your UV rays. Next, we're going to mix in our glow pigment with our glitter. Once we get these mixed, I'm going to put down another clear layer of UV resin. I'm going to level that out, smooth it out. I'm not going to cure it. Directly on top of this, I'm going to put my glitter and glow. I'm going to start in the middle with yellow to orange to pink, and then I'm going to go back to the middle to green to blue to purple. I'm going to lay a lot of glitter on here, guys. I want this handle to glow like you've never seen. In order for that to happen, then the glow pigments need to be really condensed. They need to be really there. So we're not skimping. I'm going to brush in any excess glitter and pigment that was on the mold into the middle. And then from here, I'm going to start slowly adding a little bit of resin at a time, stirring it with a toothpick or a tiny stir stick. You don't want any dry spots of your glitter in the middle of your mold. That's going to be just a weak spot, a chink in the armor, if you will. So you want to make sure you have it all nice and covered in resin, but you're only going to be able to get so much in there. So once you get as much as you can, and you've made sure all of that glitter is stirred up with all of the UV you've just put in, or standard resin, whatever you choose to use, you're going to go ahead then and mix the colors. You're going to just blend them a little bit on the edges so that way you get a nice fade, a nice blend. Clean up the mold, clean up all the excess that you might have spilled, stirred, whatever, and then go ahead and cure it. Once I'm fully cured, I'm going to go ahead and take the mold out of the silicone, clean up the finger holes with my X-Acto knife. And remember how I said I wanted a clear layer on either side of my colors? We're going to make the second clear layer. Here I am laying down just another thin layer, the same size as my first, of the UV resin. I'm going to pop all my air holes, smooth it out, get it nice and level. Once I have achieved that, I'm going to go ahead and hit it with my light. Once it's cured, I'm going to go ahead and pull the resin out of the mold, and I'm going to lay this directly on top of the colored side of my mold. Don't lay it on the clear. I'm laying it on the colored. It just gives a cool clear color, clear effect that I really enjoyed, and I've been doing it a little bit lately. So again, we're going to clean up the finger holes. We're going to get out the nail file. We're going to sand it down, get it nice and good, straight edges, crisp corners. I'm going to have this bad boy looking boss. I'm going to go ahead and sand the flat back side of my knuckle mold that's going to be butted up against the tumbler to ensure it's nice and flat. Cleanup phases. I get these fingernail files from Sally's Beauty Supply. They are the 100, 180 grit, or 120, 180 grit, no residue. Now I'm washing my mold off. I want to make sure all that dust and all the dirt, just all of that stuff is gone off of it. This is what it looks like charged when we're finished. Now, let's put this on the cup. You want to score the cups, make sure your knuckles and your cup have been sanded. Gives your UV resin a little something to hold on to. And you want to make sure you're lined up straight. And you want to make sure you're lined up high enough to be something that can fit into a vehicle cup holder. That's important to most people. Lay down a track of UV resin once you have your knuckles centered and where you want them. Flip it over after you cure it and do the same thing to the other side. After this, you're going to want to put your decals on, do whatever you need to do. 2 coats of resin is what I like to have on top of my knuckles. That is why I traditionally try to make sure that my knuckles go on directly on top of my glitter. I will get the resin on the inside of the finger holes, on the tops, on the bottoms. It goes absolutely everywhere. You want it saturated. The more resin there, the more it's going to be able to hang on and stay in one piece and work as it should, no matter what they put it through. Here's the handle, end product. And here's just the colors of the tumbler under a black light. It's gorgeous. The tumbler doesn't glow, but this is it when it's looking done before decals, guys. Beautiful.